they drop needles, they drop the pipes, and then they leave. And then we're all left here to deal with it the next day or the next hour.
All the neighbors are asking, at least most of the neighbors are asking, is that you just move it out of a residential area.
You know, quite frankly, I was outraged. You know, what I saw in that reporting is something that deeply concerns me in our community right now. If people want to hand out foil and straws, well, we'll arrest people that are going to deal drugs.
Tonight, the battle to stop the distribution of needles and pipes in a Northwest Portland school zone is finally over.
The Multnomah County DA's office has confirmed that the Portland People's Outreach Project, or PPOP, has moved their operation out of that residential area.
Yeah, they'd been giving away drug supplies at Northwest 19th and Cooch for about 10 years until an organized community effort and a Fox 12 investigation finally led to real change.
I was blown away. I was like, oh, wow, this is what a city street is supposed to look like.
It was a Friday night surprise, a calm and peaceful scene, unlike any Friday night this Northwest Portland neighborhood has experienced in years. And for neighbors Michelle, Milla, and Dave Gray, the change couldn't come soon enough. The impact was immediate.
We didn't see people passed out. We didn't see people shooting up. We saw none of the regular drug dealers that we see every Friday night in this area.
No tents, no people passed out on the sidewalk, nobody handing out needles and pipes. It was like a parallel universe that we should be living in.
Should be living in, but weren't. Up until last week, a weekly drug paraphernalia giveaway meant to reduce harm created a magnet for drug users and drug dealers who converged on the area and stayed all week, creating an obstacle course for families and children. We started covering the problem last year and documented a harassment campaign against Michelle, who was targeted for simply calling attention to the problem.
All right, Michelle, take care. Hi, Michelle.
After receiving no response to our questions, we joined the weekly supply line to get some answers.
We've been doing it in the same spot for about 10 years.
But that doesn't make it right.
Same time, same night.
But that doesn't make it right, does it?
We have different definitions of what is right and wrong.
Our coverage then caught the attention of newly elected DA Nathan Vasquez, who said he was outraged and promised action. Soon after, the Portland Police Bureau began targeting the area for enforcement. And just this past week, Michelle and Dave were finally told that PPOP had agreed to move their outreach to a more suitable location at Northwest 5th and Irving, a non-residential area with treatment resources nearby. They say PPOP's insistence their outreach needed to be conducted here never made sense.
I mean, we hand out supplies where there is a need, and there is a need in this neighborhood.
It seems like the need is coming to you.
Now, just days later, the peaceful streets speak volumes.
Why, since they've stopped coming here, why are the streets clear on Friday nights? Why is there nobody here?
The argument doesn't hold up, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Neighbors aren't the only ones celebrating the sudden change. Parents whose children attend Cathedral School are also expressing relief.
We're so grateful. You know, the work's definitely not done, but we're so excited that to see some change and to see some people that are finally listening that this is not a place for this to be happening near school.
Meanwhile, everyone who worked to solve this problem hopes their small victories will lead to bigger changes across the area.
And so what's exciting is that there are other parts of the city that have reached out to us and to me and have asked, okay, so what have you been doing that's worked?
Of course, the work to clean up this neighborhood is far from over, but after a 10-year battle, neighbors say the change they've seen in just 1 week is definitely for the better.
Everyone we spoke to in that neighborhood says that they still don't understand how anyone ever thought that it would be a good idea to conduct that outreach in a school zone. And while PPOP is continuing their outreach in other areas, we did learn this week that their grant request for the state's Measure 110 fund has been denied.